What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the weekly energies for July the 14th through the 20th. Yeah. As you can see, I am in a different setup right now. Right now I'm in my sister's car. We were supposed to have a little picnic, but we decided to just sit in the car due to how hot it is. Again, as I say in every video, I live in the South, so it is extremely hot. I have no control over that. But any case, hopefully you can hear me okay. I put on my headphones just so you guys can get a clear depiction of my voice. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. What is the weekly energies for all signs, Aries through Pisces, for July the 14th through the 20th? What is the weekly energies for all signs, Aries through Pisces, from July 14th through the 20th? Can you give me some insight on this week for all signs, Aries through Pisces? What is the weekly energies for all signs, Aries through Pisces? What is it that they need to know this week? What is the weekly energies? I'm going to start right here. Alright. Let's start off with you, Aries. What you got for us? What's coming up for Aries this week? What's coming up for Aries this week? Aries, are you getting out of a connection with somebody at this time? I did see the star, the Wheel of Fortune reverse when I was shuffling through the cards for you, and I'm not sure if you're getting out of a connection with someone because you lost hope in the situation, but you're becoming independent from a situation just to get back into your power, because I do see the Emperor here. But for the most part, it just looks as though you're getting out of a commitment with something, whether it be, it don't necessarily have to be a relationship. It can be like a job connection, friendship. It just seems as though you're parting ways with something this week, Aries. And to be honest with you, it seems as though it may be out of your control, or it just may be self-induced. Because I do see the Nine of Pentacles here as well, which is the single card basically. But I think you're just trying to regain your power in a situation that you did not necessarily have in the beginning. Sorry about that, Aries, it did cut off, but overall I do see the message that you're getting out of something. You lost hope in something. You no longer see anything moving forward. I think you're just trying to just cut your losses and move on with the situation that you're in. So that's what I see for you, Aries. And you got 3 cards, so usually I try to physical 2, but if 3 cards want to come out, then I'll allow it to come out. Taurus, what's coming up for you this week? What's coming up for you this week, Taurus? What's coming up for you this week? I think you're getting out of your mental space in regards to something, and you're trying to follow your intuition. And usually with intuition, it can be confused as like, you know, how can I put this? It seems as though you're getting out of your head, or you're trying to follow your intuition to get out of something that you were entangled in, and that makes sense. I do see the Eight of Swords reversed, and I do see the High Priestess. So it seems as though your intuition is telling you that there is something that you need to get yourself out of, or you need to allow your intuition to guide you out of a situation that you felt stuck in before. I do see there was some type of unhappiness, possibly some immaturity involved in the situation. You had to try and balance yourself out after that thing. But I do see here that you are having to get yourself out of your headspace and follow your intuition. And like I said, intuition is more so like something that comes within. It's like like it's not a physical or a mental thing. It's just something that just comes to you. So that's what I see for you this week. You're basically getting out of your own mental space and trying to follow your intuition and get yourself out of a situation. Because I don't think trying to go based off of logic or emotions is going to help at this time. You really have to just listen to that feeling that you have when it comes down to a situation, guide you out of your headspace. And that's what I see for you this week, Taurus. Gemini, what's coming up for you this week? Oh, you're getting some communication from the Queen of Wands, like possibly a fire sign. I do see a lot of fire, and it may be something that's a small offer of some sort. But with this small offer, it'll give you the opportunity to move quickly towards something. It seems as though there's some growth with this particular thing that is coming towards you. Like I said, there is some communication from a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. It can just be a person. It can just be a person that embodies the fire energy. But there is a small offer, but little do you know, it just seems as though this offer it will allow you to move quickly into something. So don't be surprised. Someone may also communicate their feelings to you this week. And it may come off as if like it's playful or it's not necessarily. It just seems as though there's communication coming this week, and it's going to be emotionally. It may be some emotions shared with you, or it may be an opportunity for something. Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but it does look like it. But it also can be a how can I put this? It could also be an opportunity in general, like lucrative opportunity or something. So that's what I see for you this week, Gemini. Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? It's happiness, I see. What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? Happy birthday, you guys. You know what's weird, Cancer? I think you're gaining your happiness back after disconnecting yourself from something. I do see the 9 of Cups here. Yeah, you're getting out of your mental space. Like you're dropping your defenses in regards to something, but you're also like allowing yourself to just breathe. And with you doing that and getting yourself out of a situation where you felt as though there was no connection, there was no celebration, there was no it just wasn't necessarily something that was fulfilling you in a way, especially possibly with a group of people. But I do see you gain your happiness by disconnecting yourself from something or somebody. Group, it can be a group or like some type of, it's like you're getting some type of wish fulfillment when you disconnect yourself from these things that was taxing on you. I do see you were kind of burnt out in the situation and you have to move forward, but due to this like disconnect that you have, or a lack of coming together with people or situation or a person, you still somehow regain your happiness and your stability in your emotions at this time when dealing with that type of release. So that's what I see for you, Cancer, which is pretty good. What's coming up for you, Leo? Leo, are you fighting something? You're avoiding your emotions in regards to something, Leo. I do see you're fighting. Where's the fighting? You're avoiding your feelings for something. Leo, what's this? You feel lack. You feel a lack towards something. I think you feel emotionally drained about something, and you're trying to avoid feeling those emotions. You do feel a lack in regards to, like, something drained you, possibly, Leo. Now he know. I'm about to say he too close to the damn bunker. Looks like we got the tower. No, don't hit us. What the fuck? Don't hit us. Okay. Anyway, I do see the Tower and the Three of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, Leo, like, I see you're trying to avoid your feelings, or you're trying to avoid your possibly your intuition. I don't know why I want to say intuition, because you did pull the Queen of Cups reverse. It seems as though you also may not feel as bubbly at this time, because you feel a lack of some sort. What are you avoiding? I think I'll put the card back. Keep your options open in regards to something, Leo, because this is not the end all be all. If you feel as though something is not fully what you want, do not settle for something you don't want. Keep your options open. Try not to avoid thinking you can't receive something because you feel as though you may not have the resources to do it. I see the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Like, get out of your own way. You don't settle for something as soon as, like, just because you feel as though you may not have the opportunity to manifest or to get what you want in your life. I hate the word manifestation, but I'll actually do a topic on that. But for the most part, try to just don't feel like your options are limited in this situation. Don't avoid keeping your options open in regards to a situation. Don't, like I said, it can be romantic, it can be career, it can be what else it can be? It can be making a choice on something. It's a general reading, so just take it as it applies, but don't think that your options are limited. Don't avoid keeping your options open in regards to this, because don't make a decision based off lack. Make a decision based off of what you believe is, like, right for you. Don't rush into a decision. Don't rush to close off your options because you feel as though you don't have the resources. And that's what I see for you, Leo. Put this card back in. Virgo, what's coming up for you? I'm glad we did sit in the card this night. Someone's spying on you, Virgo. Possibly someone you disconnected from. Someone's not communicating with you. But someone's getting out of stagnation. And it could be someone that you disconnected from. It could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. Yeah, try to hold yourself back from this, because it seems like you're disconnected from something at this time, and it seems as though someone's watching you in regard, like possibly an ex. I do see someone watching you, but they may try to come back around. I do know that Mercury retrograde is going to start on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So please just be sure to, like, when someone comes back around, you do not have to open yourself back up to them. In fact, I don't understand why folks don't block the fucking number, but, like, it just, someone's spying on you, but they may be holding back, trying to gather more information about what's going on in your life, or trying to go through other people to get more information about you and stuff like that. But I do see possibly someone just getting out of stagnation and just having a disconnect. Someone may be trying to come back around, or someone's no longer, or I can read it this way, you're no longer invested in something because it was not necessarily aligned with you. That's another way I can read it. Like, it probably wasn't financially aligned with you. It probably wasn't necessarily emotionally aligned with you. Or practical. It just wasn't practical for you. So you just, like, got out of that unfruitful thing, just disconnected and just disconnected from it. That's another way I can see it. But that's what I see for you, Virgo, this week. Where the fuck you keep walking back and forth? Libra, what's coming up for you? Libra, what's coming up for you this week? Libra. What's coming up for you this week, Leo? Libra. What's coming up for you this week, Libra? What's coming up for you this week, Libra? I think you're resting on a decision to walk away from something. You're not trying. You're trying to. I think you're trying to put yourself in solitude, and you're not walking away from something. There is a wish fulfillment here, possibly. As the Nine of Cups here. I think, Libra, I think you're tired. Yeah, I think you're trying to decide on whether or not you want to leave something or keep something in your life at this time. Something that was a wish. It seemed like you want to just like focus on your wish fulfillments and focus on you. The Nine of Cups the Nine of Cups can also represent overindulgence and also represent like selfish tendencies. But I do see the Nine of Swords here. So it seems as though you're getting yourself out of a mental space, especially with it being reversed. You no longer feel stuck in your mind about something, but I think you're resting on a decision to walk away from something, even though right now you may feel as though you don't really have a clear answer as to why you feel as though you can't walk away right now, but overall I think you're just mainly going to focus on you're mainly going to focus on yourself this week, and get out of your mental space and try to just tap into your emotional space when it comes down to things, because I do see that you may be a little bit emotionally disconnected as well when it comes down to certain things as well. But that's what I see for you. Just focus on resting before you make a decision, because I do see you may be also like after a period of trying to like rest and stuff like that, you may revisit something, or you may come back around to something that you probably did not necessarily look into in the beginning. I do see that here as well. But overall, just focus on resting, and also, yeah, that's what I see for you. Scorpio, it's coming up for you. Two balls coming up. Are you turning a blind eye to something that was not balanced? Scorpio, you pulled the Seven of Swords reverse and the Two of Swords reverse. I need to go show this card here. It seems as though you're turning a blind eye to some type of deception that has taken place. You're not really trying to, something that probably wasn't balanced in nature, and you're trying to move away from it. I do see you're mostly in mental energy. You're thinking a lot about something at this time. You haven't really made a clear decision about, you're just trying to turn a blind eye. Let me see, why is the Seven of Swords reversed? No, but yeah, where's the Two of Swords here? Where's the Two of Swords here? Yeah, I think instead of making the decision, you're trying to move away from it. Like, I think you're turning a blind eye to something and you're moving away from it. What that is, I have no clue. I do see a lot of air energy, so you're mainly in a logical state at this time. I did see this Ten of... I think you know something is not right, but you're not necessarily saying anything about it, or you don't want to bring attention to it. Whether this is happening to you or something that you're observing that's happening to someone else, it seems as though it's probably messing with you, and it's probably messing with you. Why did Ten of Cups here? And I'll put it back up. Yeah, it was an unfair situation that you are turning a blind eye to, and you're trying to move away from it. You know deep down this wasn't right. It could be someone that you collaborated with, or someone that you actually worked with, possibly. You're trying to turn a blind eye to what's been going on. Like something was done unjustly, and you know about it, but instead of saying anything about it, you're trying to turn a blind eye to it and move on from it. That's what I see here, Scorpio. That's a weird place to be in, if I'm being quite honest with you. But it seems as though you witnessed something that was deceptive. but you just want to move away from it and just brush your hands of the situation. That's what I see for you, Scorpio. That was a strong thing. You witnessed something. Scorpios, y'all kind of are investigative and analytical. I'm not going to tell you to not speak up, especially if it causes some type of jeopardy on your end or unnecessary drama on your end. But if it eats at you inside and you feel called to say something, you need to say it. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's not me to say what you should and shouldn't do. It's more so me trying to say, sometimes turning a blind eye towards something, you think it will go away, but in all actuality, it will become more apparent over time that it will just keep popping up in your face until you deal with it, or until you say something, or until like you state what's going on that you witnessed. Whew. Scorpio, that was crazy. Anyway, Sagittarius, it's going for you. What's coming up for you this week? I think you're finding yourself like no longer committing to something. I think you're no longer working for something. I do see you probably may keep to yourself at this time. Yeah, I think you're no longer trying to fight something or try to make something work. I don't think you're in a space where you're feeling mentally. I don't think you feel mentally like. I think you just want to keep to yourself this week and not try to bring attention to, like, you're not trying to work. What's the Magician reverse here? What's the Magician reverse? Yeah, something disappointed you this week, and it was in regards to something like being acknowledged for something, possibly. And I did see that while I was shuffling through the cards. I seen the because sometimes whenever I do this with the cards flip over. I did see that. Yeah, I think it was like a decision that was made, but you're keep it to yourself because of a decision that was made, and you feel as though you can't make anything happen with the situation because of the disappointment that it has caused. But I think you're just trying to keep your thoughts to yourself as well as keep to yourself this week because of the disappointment, and you're just trying to make sure you heal. I do see you getting out of something though, for sure. But I think you're just gonna put yourself in a period of like self-preservation, and yeah, just focus on what's next, basically. That's what I see for you, Sag. Capricorn, it's coming up at you. Someone's communicating quick. Capricorn this week. Capricorn, I think someone dropped the ball. That's what keeps. When I was pulling the cards or having the cards go out, I feel as though like someone dropped the ball on you. Someone dropped the ball on you, and yeah, something's closing out of your life. Yeah, someone dropped the ball on you. And someone probably sold you a dream. Someone made it seem as though your aspects were great. Like, I think there was a lie here. What's the Nine of Swords here? What's the Nine of Swords here? What's the Nine of Swords here? Yeah. Something was revealed. This communication from somebody probably came from an air sign, Aries or Taurus. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but something was revealed to you that made you recognize someone dropped the ball on you, and it caused it just didn't put you in the right space. I do see, like I said, I do see someone trying to come in fast, possibly from an authority figure as well. Just something was not, what was discussed to you prior was not necessarily what is being discussed now, if that makes sense. So it seemed as though someone sold you a dream and you believed it, and then because you believed it and then you get told a different story, then that's what transpired. Someone dropped the ball on you this week. Hopefully you don't have to take the story if it doesn't resonate, or you don't want to apply it. Like, like I said, tarot is more so tarot is a tool. It's not necessarily something that direct pathways for people. It's a tool to help with making decisions, or to help give you clarity in a situation that you're not really aware of, or you want more information about. But tarot is a tool for you to use. It's not something that should be, sometimes you just gotta let fate and free will play a game. But overall, like I said, you can receive the message or not. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, let it pass. Like I said, tarot it's just a choice of what you want to believe or what. But that's what I see. Someone dropped the ball on you, possibly in regards to an opportunity that you thought was stable in nature, and then when you got it, it was like some bullshit. So that's what I see for him. Aquarius, what's coming up in your homes? You seen all those cards that, ooh, something's too toxic. You feel chained to something, Aquarius. You feel chained to something. What's the devil here? Ooh. Yeah. It could be possibly a fire sign that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be. It can be a Scorpio or a Capricorn or an air sign. I see, well, I just don't see any water, but I do see this. But it does seem as though you feel as though you can't get out of a situation that is toxic. You feel tied to a situation for some odd reason, like you can't necessarily, I feel as though you can't end something. Like something in your life is, well, that's a difficult word for that. I don't feel as though, I think you're gonna allow something to end. And it probably was in regards to something that you felt a toxic tie to, something that was not necessarily healthy in nature. It could be a habit possibly that you're cutting ties with, and you're trying to let it end and move on from it. I do see there was some type of backstabbing that has transpired, so it could be in regards to a connection that you had with somebody that you no longer feel secure in, because there is an immature energy with the Knight of Wands reverse here. But it seems as though you're allowing yourself to just end something and move on from something that you once felt tied to, and something that was causing you more harm than good. One more card as to why the devil is with this. Yeah, I think you're no longer, I don't think you're taking any more chances on something like this. You're no longer interested. Like, you just want to get out of it at this time. Like, I think you've been stabbed one too many times. So that's what I see. You're trying to get out of the situation and move on from it, but you once felt tied to this situation. So there's this part of you that may still tilt on the lines of feeling tied to it and feeling like you can disconnect yourself from it. So I do see that here. But that's what I see for you, Aquarius. You're ending something this week with an immature energy, or something that wasn't fully mature in how they handle things, and moving on from it. Last but not least, let's do you, Pisces. What's coming up for you here? I think you feel imbalanced this week, Pisces. I think you, let me see, body count. I got a lot of earth energy. I think you're trying to keep to yourself this week, Pisces. I don't think you feel ready to emerge out of something right at this time. But I do think with you, like, focusing on staying to yourself, because you did pull the King of Pentacles reverse, or being selfish to your, like, being selfish with your energy at this time, because I did get the Knight of Cups reversed as well. I do see the Knight of Pentacles here, which means that you're making slow and steady progress towards something, possibly a new passion that you have at this time. I don't think you're trying to put all your eggs in one basket, if that makes sense. I don't think you're trying to exert more energy, but you are just taking small steps towards it instead of jumping head first into it. So I think you're just taking your time, dotting your I's, crossing your T's on something that you found interesting recently. But with that being said, it seems as though you're withholding that information, or you're just like taking your time with it, and you're not diving in head first in regards to whatever you're wanting to work on at this time this week. So that's what I see for you, Pisces. That was all 12. So what I'm going to do now is pull a collective message for everybody. And how I do the collective message is that I put all the cards back into the deck that I just shuffled from, and I reshuffle them and ask for a collective message to give to everybody that I read for today. So with that being said, what's coming, like, can you give me a collective message for this week for all signs that I read for today, or any day that they've tuned in? Can you give me a collective message for all signs that I read for today, or any day that they tune in for this week? Can you give me a collective message for this week? Can you give me a collective message for this week for all signs? Oh, sorry, girl. Oh, under the sea. I don't know why I thought that song when you said that. Oh, I was like, under the sea. Hold on. Give me a collective message for all signs that I read for today. Give me all signs collective message for this week. Aries through Pisces, give me a collective message for this week for all signs that I read for today. Cycling clear. Give me a collective message for all signs that I read for today. For this week. What is the collective message for all signs this week, please? Oh, it seemed like you're... Let's see. I fall out the deck. What is a collective message for all signs this week that I read for today? What is the collective message for all signs that I read for today? You're making a decision to not focus on the things that cause too much drama in your fucking life. And you're going to focus on the things that actually bring you victory. Things that actually celebrate you. Things that actually make you feel good about yourself. I think you're no longer trying to make a decision on things that no longer worth your time. That's the judgment card in reverse. That's the judgment card in reverse. That's the judgment card. Yeah, I think you're trying not to waste your time. You're just, right now, I think you're mainly focused on not wasting your time on something that is no longer, like, worth your time. That's the 5 of Wands here. Yeah, I think you're just committing to avoiding drama, avoiding things that don't make sense, just avoiding things and focusing on the things that make sense to you. I think the collective is just in a no-nonsense type of deal at this time. Okay. That's too many cards. Yeah, I think you're going to commit to I think you're committed to your peace at this time, collective. That's what I genuinely see here. Anything that just disrupts your peace, you just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, and I think you're setting your sights on something, like you're passionate about something, you're driven towards something. I think you're like a lining to, I don't know what the fuck they call it. I'm just making it up. Don't yeah. You're setting your sights on something at this week. Like you're no longer just trying to like waste your time. And that's what I just genuinely see. There's no need for me to just keep reintegrating the message. Message yeah, you're making a decision to just like, yeah, you're focusing on the things that make sense to you. You're focusing on your drive. You're focusing on your passions. You're just focused on making sure you focus on you. You focus on your creativity, your passions, your projects, you may be even in a selfish energy at this time this week, collective. That's what I really see here for you this week. And you're letting stuff close out that needs to close out. Like, yeah, you're letting stuff close out that needs to close out. You're no longer just saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm not fighting this shit no more. I'm gonna let this shit go. Yeah, you're releasing it. I keep seeing it. You're releasing your control on something. You're letting it crumble, and you're focusing on things that actually aligns with you this week. So that's what I see for the collective this week, y'all. Oh my gosh. Now, if I had to say, the Scorpio reading was kind of dark. But aside from that, overall, it was a theme of like getting out of something this week, or sometimes some people coming back to rethink some things. I do see that energy collectively at this time. So for the most part, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to tune into your sun, moon, rising. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. And sorry for my phone keep dropping. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I have it set up in a bootleg way, so I got guac right here. But anyway, bye guys.